seen play, feel that it's worth having a look at them at international level to see if they're good enough. I have some good contacts in Canada and some in France, so it gives me a good opportunity to see if these players are up to the level that we need going into SAF Championship. If they're not, no problem, we've not lost anything. There's 3 friendly games for that reason. I'm looking forward to working with them both technically very good players. I'm hoping that they add a little bit more quality to the squad. So, they might be a little bit nervous coming into camp, but we'll try and put that at ease, and they'll play at least one game over the 3 matches and get a chance to show us what they're capable of doing.
Coach, are they eager to join national team playing for Bangladesh? Are they eager to play for Bangladesh?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, they've been called up into the 23 squad. So it's now an opportunity for them to show us what they can do, and if they're better than the players that we've picked previously and in the squad now. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully they can do well, and it can improve our squad of 23 going into SAF Championship.
Coach, how many times will overlook them to judge for our national team?
Yeah, I've seen them before, and I've seen 5 or 6 games for each player. Obviously I've not been to the games because it's not possible to do that. We don't have the budget for me to fly to Canada or to France. So for any player that we're going to pick from outside of Bangladesh, it will be done by video analysis and watching games on the video. So we've done that. Like I say, I've got 2 good contacts in Canada who I trust very well. I've got a good knowledge of football and they know their level in Bangladesh, and the same in France. So yeah, I'm looking forward to them both coming to camp and playing in the national team.
How many of those players you watched for this trip?
Yeah, we've taken 2. So there's a couple of others that we've looked at, but for whatever reason they might not have a passport in time, or the passport's not ready. So possibly there's another 2 players to add to that squad, or that might be available for SAF. So I just want to get the strongest squad possible that we can for SAF Championship, and if that means that we have to recruit a couple from outside, if they're good enough, then that's what we do. If we've got some players that have a Bangladesh passport that are not quite ready to play, then we'll look at that as well.
Coach, in this list, gossiping in our media, why you didn't put his name in this squad?
Because he's not qualified to play.
Qualified.
He doesn't have clearance from AFC to play for international football, the same as he doesn't play in the AFC Cup for Kings because he doesn't have clearance yet. Once he gets clearance, then he's available to play for the national team. At the moment, he's not available.
Coach, is there any reason here this October he will turn into 33? Is this type of player, if you include our national team will be benefited?
Well, he's a foreign-based player that's now got a passport, so he's been coached outside of Bangladesh. He's proven goal scorer in our level, so if he's fit and he has the correct clearance, then obviously we'll look at him to take to SAF Championship. If he's not fit and he's not performing, then he gets treated the same as any other player.
And others, Raihan, they are not in this list. Is it losing their performance?
They wasn't in the World Cup list. They've not been in the squad for 6 months now. Mamoon, I love as a person, as a player, and I've said this many times, but like any other player, he has to play regularly for Dakravani. Badshah's been in and out of the team for Dakravani. Rayan, for me, done very well, someone I like, but I feel that we have better players in the squad that are younger, more athletic than Rayan now. Rayan's at an age where I feel he needs to be playing every week for his club team. International duty might be a little bit step too far now at that age that he's reaching. He's done nothing wrong, but again, the last time we picked Rayan was a good 6-7 months ago. It's not that he's just been left out. Same as Badshah. Badshah wasn't picked for Qatar. So I think we've gone with a squad that has experience, some new foreign players and some younger players coming into the squad. I think it's a good mix to take into the 3 games that we've got coming up. Yassin, again, I like Yassin, he's done very well, but he doesn't play regularly. Topu plays in front of him, Tariq plays, Gosh plays, so as I've said many times, I can only pick players that are playing a high percentage of games. Again, Yassin has done nothing wrong, but if there's other players that are playing regularly, then they obviously I have to put them first.
Actually, that's not options for that different line. Do you think they're capable of the international level?
Yeah, well we've got Toku, we've added Hatik to the squad, we've got Rafi, we've got Riza, who's done exceptionally well for Sheikh Jamal, good experience. Tariq can play centre back, so we have 6 centre halves that we can choose from. So I think we have enough. All of them are fairly quick as well. We've got good pace and energy in the wide areas. We've got the usual people in midfield. We've a couple of added players now from abroad. Obviously, the attacking area, we'd like to add someone else, but if we can't do that, then we've got some good enough players to take it to the game, and it's down to them to get that chance. He's a creative midfielder, so he can create chances. But as I've said for the last 3 years, the problem of scoring goals is never going to go away because we've not done enough for that to change. We still have foreign players playing in attacking positions, which is fine, I understand that, but our forwards are not playing in that position. So nothing's changed from 3 years ago. Unless we make changes and we do something about it, nothing's going to happen. We can keep saying we don't score goals, but if we don't do anything about it, then the same problem's always going to be there. We haven't managed that problem yet.
Coach, we got scoring issues. They understand Pankos is injured and we saw Simon is on the squad.
Yeah.
Batsha, Raihan.
Understand that
Rafi.
he is doing well.
Yeah, well, Simon
Ibrahim.
has done very well in the league, but unfortunately at the minute he can't quite take that level into international football. It's not for the want of trying or not wanting him to do well. It's the fact that when he's had an opportunity, he's not quite reached the level that we require. If you look at the players that are selected, obviously Montin has played at international level and scored goals at international level. Sad has played up front in the past. Rabar's coming that can play behind the front man. So Bill has scored goals at international level. So yeah, listen, Sumon will get another opportunity further down the line. He does very well in the league, but there's a big difference between league football and international football, and he's got to bridge that gap. So that's going to take a little bit of time and a little bit of work, maybe a bit more experience. But he's still in our plans, he's still in our thoughts for going forward.
You find out two players from Qatar and Canada and one from France. Which will targeted for Saab or the under 20 championship?
Yeah, a bit of both. I think if Nave's 18, obviously Raba's 25, so they're still fairly young. If Nave comes in and does really well in one of the games, then obviously I've got no hesitation of putting him into that squad. If he's not quite ready for men's football yet, then we have it for the 23. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the 3 games, looking forward to how these 2 players do. If they're better than what we have and they show it in the 3 games, then that's fantastic news for us. If they're not quite at the level that we require, then it's no problem. We haven't lost anything, from that. So, like I said, hopefully they come in and do well. Technically very good players. Hopefully they can make a bit of a difference.
What is considered